What's going on, everybody? Real quick, I just wanted to do a real quick video about the Tyre Nichols tape. I actually watched the body cam footage so that, you know, most of you wouldn't have to. It is honestly not much different from every other police beating that we've seen. I hate to say it like this, but realistically, if you've seen them one, you've seen them all, right? Couple things that I thought were interesting takeaways as far as how I processed it for the day. Thing number one is, as I watched the tape, what I saw was not 5 cops beating somebody. What I saw was a gang style ass whipping, right? And while the fact that these 5 individuals happen to have on police uniforms, that just makes it that much more disgusting. But make no mistake, and this is somebody who's speaking from experience. I have, honest to God, I've only probably had about 3 or 4 fair fights in my entire life. Every other time I've been in an altercation, I've been jumped. This is a fact. I can promise you that that is exactly, if you were to watch this tape of what they did to Tyre Nichols, exactly what they did to him is exactly what it looks like when somebody is getting a beat down in the street. Just like when the Bloods and Crips is initiating somebody, or however they do it, if they're not using weapons, that is how that looks. Kicking, punching, this is the behavior, right? So in my mind, that means that there's not really much separation, if any at all, between the police and gangs. So that was my first major takeaway. My biggest takeaway was my heartbreak hearing this man's mom say that her son's death was his assignment. I'm tired of hearing the parents and families of black and brown men and women hope that their loss is going to somehow shed a light on what's going on and possibly cause some sort of change. I'm tired of black parents and brown parents and parents of color having to tell themselves, well, this is why he was put here, so that he could shed a light on this kind of a situation. And this is no disrespect to his mom at all. At all. I'm just tired of hearing that, because the reality is, America, the police, the world, nobody ever actually learns the lesson. Yet and still, we getting killed. And it's wow. This is wild behavior. Another thing that just was kind of wild to me, was lurking in the comments section of a couple of news sites, and somebody made the statement, well, white people get killed by police at a higher rate even than black people. And that was pretty much it. That's like all he said. So of course people in the comment section was getting at him like, well, what does that have to do with anything? And my comment to him, and usually I stay out of the comment section, but my comment was, if that is the case, and I actually did do some research, I'll actually try to put a slide in. I actually did some research, and true story, like, this is a fact. Police shoot more white people than they do black people in this country. That is crazy. What was even crazier to me, though, is the fact that this dude, as opposed to being enraged that so many unarmed white people have been killed, instead of him having any kind of rage about that, he want to defend the police by saying, well, they kill more of us than they kill of y'all, so what y'all upset about? My boy, let me tell you something, man. What you need to do is get out your ass and join us and try to actually enact some sort of police reform, because the fact that more white people are getting killed by police than black people, and that's not newsworthy, is crazy to me. crazy. It's wild. Anyway, I don't even know if I'm gonna put this up, but if I do, just know and understand, man, we have to figure out a way legislatively to get some kind of police reform, right? I'm not gonna front. I was all with the shits when it come to like tearing shit up and protesting and rioting even. Like the reality is none of that matters, bro. We gotta figure out how to change the system. And that's the only way we're gonna get any kind of justice, actual justice. Now, I will commend the Memphis PD for automatically firing these dudes off the rip. Like, one of the things that be pissing me off whenever there's a police murder, right? Murder by police, is the cops who killed whoever always get death duty, or they always get to go home and not do nothing and just be on a leave with full pay. So at the very least, at least they got fired, and I'm pretty sure that they're going to be dead on getting any kind of unemployment. And the reality is, I feel bad for their families, because I'm sure that these men, if you could call them that, they might have had some wives and some children, right? And their children and their wives, their families might have been dependent on their income, but that's a decision that these 5 individuals made. These 5 dudes said, fuck they family, we gonna beat this motherfucker ass. So I can't feel but so sorry for them. My condolences, obviously, to the Nichols family and anybody who knew and loved that man. I don't even really know what else to say. Like the video, subscribe, all other content creator BS. I'm out.